Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys for tapping in. As always, make sure you hit that like button and also hit that bell if you haven't subscribed already. Also, follow my socials, man. I'll leave all that in the description. So today, I want to speak on validation and why you should stop caring. Why you should stop caring about people validating you, all right? One thing that I learned in life is that people are always going to have something to say about you, whether you're doing good for yourself or you're doing bad for yourself. You know, they always going to have something to say. People are always going to critique you on what you're doing. You always going to have haters, people that don't like to see you shine, that want to try to pull you down. And this is one of the reasons why you need to stop caring about validation. It serves you no purpose. So what if someone doesn't validate you? What does that have to do with you? It has nothing to do with you at all. If you look at any successful person in his life, they had to go through a period where they were chasing their dreams and no one believed in them. No one saw the vision, right? They didn't receive any validation, but yet they pursued, yet they persevered, and they didn't quit on themselves. And they became successful. So in order for you to become successful and to get on the path that you need to be on for your life, you're going to go through a period where you're not getting any validation. No one wants to be around you, right? People looking at you from afar, laughing at you because they think you're crazy. Why are you going after this dream? That's all it is a dream. It's not obtainable. And shout out to KaizanBlu for sponsoring today's video. As you guys know, I've been using KaizanBlu for a while now, and I've been loving the results I've been getting. And this is not just a promotional video to try to persuade you guys to use the product. I've really been using this. This is a real life experience that I'm telling you guys. I love the results. Having a skincare routine is really good for you, man. It'll boost your confidence. It'll just make you feel like a high supreme man. You actually showing that you love yourself. And that's very important for your inner world, your inner self. You can start off with the level 1, which comes with the face wash. It comes with the face scrub, exfoliation for your skin, a super serum, which evens out your skin tone, an eye cream for the bags and dark spots underneath your eyes. You get an AM and a PM moisturizer. The AM protects your skin during the day, keeps it hydrated, while the PM is going to heal and repair damaged skin at night. And to make it easy for you guys to use, it comes with an instruction kit that tells you how to use it, when to use it, and the exact order. Because KaizanBlu is sponsoring today's video, they're offering all my viewers 30% off their first box plus a free gift. This is an amazing deal, man, that you don't want to pass up. So tap in, hit the link, and start KaizanBlu today, man. And if you are someone who needs validation, you constantly needing people to give you a stamp of approval for what you're doing in your life, you're never going to be your best version, right? I'm just going to tell you the flat out truth. You're never going to reach your highest potential if you rely on outside sources, outside energy to make you confident within yourself. It doesn't work like that, okay? You have to be so confident. You have to believe in yourself so much, stand 10 toes down for your vision to the point that it doesn't matter what anyone says. You're still going to do what you got to do. There is no force like a focused drive. When you're focused on your vision and your mission, you're like an unstoppable force. You're like a tidal wave. Can't nothing stop you, and everything's going to get out of your way. The universe is going to get out of your way. As soon as you make up your mind that you want something in your life, the universe is going to open up for you. Okay? But you got to get out of your own way first. And I want to talk about another thing you need to do, which is that ego. See, the validation is ego driven, because that ego needs to feed off of that energy from others. It needs that validation from others. It's like a vampire, a leech, because it feels good to be in the spotlight. It feels good to have an approval from other people. and everybody looking at you, smiling in your face, you know what I'm saying? It feels good to the ego. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like, you know, we don't like to be validated. But what I'm trying to say is, don't rely on validation so much where it starts to affect your personal life. It starts to affect your mission, okay? You gotta be strong within yourself. You gotta be strong-willed. You gotta put your ego to the side. And this is one of those things that's gonna happen when you do this, when you stop caring about validation, is your ego disappears. And now you're able to see yourself for who you really are. You know, I tell you guys all the time, you gotta build your aura up so strong that nothing can penetrate it. Nothing can infiltrate your fortress. Look at an animal, for example. Birds, squirrels, a frog. You know, a frog doesn't need validation to be a frog. It's in its DNA. It's already programmed to be a frog and to fulfill its purpose. Same thing with a bird, a squirrel, a lion, a tiger, you know, whatever. It's already programmed in its DNA. You don't need nobody to validate it and give it a stamp of approval. Yes, you're a frog. Go out and be the best frog you can be. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that, man. It doesn't need that. And you're the same way. You don't need nobody to give you that stamp to be yourself. Your soul comes down here already knowing what it needs to do. Right? Your mission is already written in your DNA. Your purpose, your greatness, your success is already in your DNA. Okay, you don't need no validation. Validation is like icing on the cake. Okay, you're doing good things and people see that and they want to give you your flowers. There's nothing wrong with that. But guys, I tell you all the time, never be attached to anything. Right? You detach from everything and you just play your part. Some folks get so attached to validation that they'll change themselves to appease others. You see it all the time on social media. People post the perfect picture. You know, they got to make their life seem so picture perfect when in reality it's not like that. But they need that validation. Social media is full of validation and full of ego. That's really all it is. And if you get caught up in that world, it can do damage. You know, I've seen people that give up on themselves. I've seen people that stop their spiritual journey. I've seen people that gave up on their vision just because other people didn't approve of it. And that's wild to me. Why would you ever compromise yourself for someone else, for someone else's opinion? These people that you so-called need validation from need validation themselves. They're not even confident with themselves. Most people aren't. So everybody's walking around getting validation from somebody who don't even validate themselves. Someone who's insecure themselves, trying to validate others, but need validation themselves. It doesn't make sense. This is why you got to separate. You got to separate from the pack and be yourself. Because if you stick with the pack long enough, you'll lose yourself. You'll start doing things that's against your morals, against your code, in the name of validation, in the name of being accepted. And this has been a problem for us since school, especially high school, when people start to separate into their social groups. You know, you got the popular kids, you got the jocks, you got the anime kids, you had the band, you had all these different groups, especially at lunchtime. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And everybody's trying to be validated. They got to be a part of a group. Me, I was the type of person, man, where I would move from group to group and I would speak to everybody. You know, if I was cool with you, I was cool with you. It didn't matter what group you was in, what your social status was. If I like you, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't classify myself in no group, even though I was an athlete. But that's how you got to move, man. If you want to step into your greatness, guys, you have to learn how to be confident within yourself. The best way to step in your greatness is to stop caring. Stop giving up what people think about you. That plain and simple. It's easy. Right? You'll realize once you start to get rejected and people start to slip away from you, it's not that bad. Right? It's not that bad being alone. It's not that bad being to yourself and being able to not have to worry about people speaking on your name and you attaching yourself to their words. You know, if you look at the Wright brothers, when they were trying to invent the plane, everybody was laughing at them. Right? What are these guys doing? What are these bozos doing? And they had failure after failure after failure after failure. And people looked at them like a joke, right? But they believed in themselves. They saw the vision and they stuck with it. Now look, fast forward to 23. Taking a flight is normal. It's almost as normal as driving. It ain't nothing to catch a plane, you know, to go across the country or across the world. But it all started with that vision. You see? And now people don't think it's crazy. People take flights normally now. Right? You see how fast people switch up when the results come in? When the success comes, everybody wants to be around you. Everybody wants to be a part of it. But when they don't see the vision, and when it's in the beginning stages, it hasn't been built yet, people don't see it. Right? This is why you got to be confident in yourself. Who cares what this person has to say? You know, look at Steve Jobs when he invented the iPhone. I'm sure people didn't see that vision. But look what he built, right? Now everybody has a phone. And I'm using these examples of success to let you know that when you're at the point in your life right now where you're still striving, you're still trying to build yourself up, no one's going to believe in you. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to validate yourself first. And then that's going to reflect outward. Okay? Just because somebody else doesn't validate you doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. It doesn't mean that what you're doing is impossible. It just means that they don't see it yet. But trust me, everybody's at the finish line waiting. Okay? So make sure that you validate yourself first. You love yourself first. And everything else is going to fall in place, man. If they're not trying to motivate you and inspire you, everything else they saying is BS. And that's real. With that being said, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, I'll leave all my links in the description and in my pinned comments. Also, if you need a consultation, you want to speak to your boy, I'll leave a link for that as well, man. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.